You wonder, and you wonder what it is they need to be happy. Tell me about Baptism, this album.
This album was very special for me. I mean, they're all special in the sense that they all stand for that time period.
Yeah, as they say, they're all your children.
They are, and they're like diaries for me. I tend to express myself better musically. But I was working on an album that I thought was going to be my my newest album.
Not named Baptism.
Right, and in the middle of it, I completely switched directions. I started writing these songs, and basically what it was I'd been putting a lot of things on the back burner for many years because I'm constantly touring, I'm constantly working, and you tend to take your problems and put them on the back burner, and you say, well, I'll deal with them later. Or not necessarily problems, but just issues, things. And they started coming out uncontrollably, and next thing I knew, I was making this record, and it was written, recorded, completely done in about a month's time, which is very quick.
Did you write all of these?
Yes.
Now, what percentage of your songs have you written before?
I always write
everything.
Pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah. And if it's a song that I didn't write, it's a song that I co-wrote.
Yeah. Did you spend time with Dylan?
Actually, I did. Bob Dylan was one of the first people that I met when I first went on the road.
Yeah.
And I think he had a fascination with me, and he said, "You're that black Jewish guy, right?" I said, "Yeah, that's me." And he invited me to his dressing room.
See, that's the kind of thing he would know.
Yeah.
And it was just. He opened. That's not fair to say. He was on the same bill with the Dead not this past summer ago.
Right.
And I went out and somebody came over and said, "You two don't know each other." And I spent 30 minutes with him, and he's fascinating because the perception is he doesn't, that he mumbles and he doesn't talk and he doesn't make sense. He doesn't mumble. He makes sense.
He does,
and he's clear to understand.
And a lot of people don't understand his singing style.
Yeah.
His pitch is incredible. It's his style that you have to understand. He's an absolute genius, and of course,
he really is a genius. And when you think about impact,
changed the world with his music. I mean, there's no doubt.
I mean, he really is the closest thing we have to a poet, isn't he?
That's
in
right.
the world of music.
That's right. That's right.
Tell me about the songs here. Minister of Rock and Roll.
That was a song that was, it was a little tongue-in-cheek, but at the same time a little serious. I was watching Tommy at the time, so I was watching this movie that I grew up loving, which is, of course, a big rock and roll opera.
Right.
And, on my albums, I tend to sing about God and sing about love and unity and peace and whatnot, so I kind of was just playing around and kind of named myself the Minister of Rock and Roll.
You're a genuine spiritual person.
Oh, yes, most definitely. That is why I'm here. And I believe that God, chose me to do this and obviously gave me the gifts. That's
not the image you would have just to look at these covers of a spiritual person. And that may be fair to say, because the impression when you think of this in rock and roll is not of a spiritual person, but there's no reason that I should make that assumption at all, that leap of
right.
assumption.
Well, you never know who is.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes it's the person that you would believe is and is not.
Nothing about Lenny Kravitz's lifestyle, as good as it is, that suggests that he's not a spiritual person.
Right.
But it infuses and informs and instructs and is at the heart of your music.
Most definitely. I think a lot of people, even people that have been listening to me for 16 years now, I think there's a lot of people that don't understand it. There are many that do, and people come up to me quite often and say, "Thank you. We hear the spiritual message in the music. Thank you." And it's brought me to a certain place in my life. But a lot of people don't really hear what it is that you're saying. In general today.
I don't want to be a star. Second.
Well, that was a song that I wrote one day where I just wanted to go outside and take a walk. I love my life, and people like ourselves that are public figures. I mean, that's something that we have to deal with. But there are days when you want to go to the museum, or you want to people watch, or you want to just go look at buildings and enjoy the day, and you can't. And that was just a day that I woke up and just wanted to be me, and that was it.
We got some music videos here I want to see. Let's roll one of them now. Let Love Rule. Roll tape.